Hello, everybody. It is Captain Marty here. It is Thursday. We're working through the week. You know what? We did have a little bit of fishing going on yesterday, and then today a lot of stuff kind of getting into a holding pattern with breezy conditions. I'll be back to tell you all about it in just a moment.
When it comes to finding phenomenal seafood, you gotta go insane. That's right, stop into the Insane Seafood Market right there on Highway 64 in Columbia. Luke Midget and his crew work hard out on the water to make sure you have the freshest selection of seafood around. They provide a wide selection of fish, crabs, shrimp, oysters, and clams, just to name a few. Insane Seafood has a hot bar to satisfy that seafood craving right on the spot. Visit them online at insaneseafood.com and like them on social media. Go insane at Insane Seafood Market, Highway 64 in Columbia.
Red Drum Tackle in Buxton is the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras. And being the closest tackle shop to Cape Point, Red Drum Tackle has been welcoming fishermen to Hatteras Island with a wide selection of bait and tackle, skilled custom rod builds, rod and reel repair, expert knowledge and information since 1974. Red Drum Tackle knows how, when, and where to fish. To acquire this fishing brain power, visit them online at reddrumtackle.com. Red Drum Tackle, the oldest complete tackle shop at Cape Hatteras and the closest to Cape Point in Buxton.
All right, so I couldn't find anybody offshore of Hatteras yesterday. That's not to say that someone might not have gone. And I only found a few boats that went fishing out of Oregon Inlet. And where we had a pretty good tuna bite the day before, yesterday was mostly dolphin fishing, or mahi. And they were mostly large bailers. There was a scattered yellowfin tuna in the catches, a few blackfin tuna, and there was even, I saw of at least one wahoo caught. But it was a scaled back catch compared to what we've been seeing for most of the guys. And then today, of course, just being out here on the outer fringes of that Hurricane Milton, we're going to have a pretty good amount of wind today, so nobody is out fishing anywhere that I'm aware of. We did have a little bit of inshore fishing going on. The guys around Oregon Inlet are catching bluefish around the bridge, and these are not the 1 pound killer blues. These are the 3 to 5 pounders. Kind of a unique size in the world of blue fishing. And so they're doing a little bit of that. And then there's some bottom fishing going on, a little bit of drifting in the inlets and things like that. We'll talk a little bit more about that fishing in our backcountry report. Boats have not, our inshore boats, are struggling a little bit to get across the bar, mainly because we've got a lot of sea on the bar. And I talked to one of the captains yesterday, and they're just doing what they can do to make a day's work. Every day you make right now, this is when the charter boat fleet really comes ahead a little bit. I mean, you work all summer long to pay your bills, pay your boat payment, put some money in the bank for repairs, and whatever you can make in October and November is the gravy. So every one of these trips is really, really important right now. When I was fishing, it was not, well, if you had a really good summer on an offshore boat, you did 150 trips. And buddy, that was going. I've told a story on the story side of my podcast about fishing 74 days in a row. My first summer as a mate at Oregon Inlet, I was like, wow, coming up from Hatteras where it's a little more chill, a little more laid back, a little more relaxed. Come up there and I was like, holy cow, 74 days in a row. But now the fleet's much bigger, and most of the boats are not booked 7 days a week. So they do get a chance to rest up a little bit and get some things done on the boat and around the house. But that's really the long and the short of my ocean report. There have been other things in the neighborhood, ribbon fish, Spanish mackerel, bluefish, king mackerel, things like that. But right now, the effort is minimal. As far as the surf and pier fishing goes, there's a really good bite on Rodanthe Pier yesterday with folks catching coolers full of spot and sea mullet, and a few bluefish as well. This is that fall fishing that people travel from all over to do, and Rodanthe Pier had it going on. They also have really, the drum bite sounds like it's slowed down a little bit on a lot of the piers. It's like some of these fish are either moving south or moving into the sound, but whatever the case may be, maybe they're moving into the ocean. I can't ever keep them straight. But Rodanthe Pier had the hot hand yesterday, and there's still a good bite in the surf too for all the summer bottom fish, sea mullet, spots, croakers, pompano, a few bluefish, every once in a while a speckled trout or a black drum. But it's picky. It's pick. So that's why I'm really encouraged by a great bite of spots and sea mullets on the Rodanthe Pier. Literally coolers full of them yesterday. So that might be a good place for you to check out. Now we're going to take a little break, and I'll be right back to talk to you about the sound in the backcountry.
Ahoy there, folks. Captain Edward Lee here, and I want to invite you aboard the Miss Oregon Inlet 2. She's a modern 60-foot headboat outfitted with the latest top-quality safety and fishing equipment. We make 3 trips per day out of the world-famous Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Visit MissOregonInlet.com or call us today at 252-251-4314. So ditch the beach for a bit and set sail with the Miss Oregon Inlet 2.
All right, so as far as the sound and the backcountry go, we did have boats. It was slick, calm. I drive pretty much down the Sound Shore on the Stumpy Point Highway 3 or 4 days a week, and boy, when I came through Stumpy Point, it was glassy calm yesterday. Not going to be that way today, and I'd be very careful about getting out in that sound today. But there's been a really good speckled trout bite going on. There's still plenty of drum to be caught, but the big thing making the news is this shrimp. The shrimp. For about the 3rd year in a row, we're having a great season. Our commercial fishermen are doing well shrimping, and this is a really great time to stockpile shrimp for your winter freezer. And they do freeze well. They'll instruct you on the best way to head them and freeze them. You can do that. So that's pretty much the 3 things going on in the sound. Other than I did talk to the Miss Oregon Inlet crew today, and they had a good bite on sea mullet again, and there's a few spot and croaker. A lot of these bottom fish that are so popular when you have kids, or so popular for people that like a pan-fried fish. That's all going on right now. So that's pretty much the same as it has been for the last few days, and we're glad of it. Saturday coming up, we have a big day. One of my favorite days of the year is opening day of the whitetail regular gun season. That's Saturday. That will run all the way on through January the 1st. So if you're going in the woods, be careful, be licensed, be ethical, and be safe. And I tell you, this North Carolina venison is some of the best eaten meat you'll ever find. Mostly all they eat is soybeans and corn, and sometimes peanuts if you're over there a little bit further to the west. And they love it. If you don't believe it, just ask the farmers. So anyway, that's our fishing report for you. Of course, our thoughts and prayers with all that crew down in Hatteras, include a lot of my family down in Florida, which includes a lot of my family and friends down that way. We'll assess and see what the needs are down there. Maybe we can help out. So thank you for tuning in, and have a blessed day.